Hello, everyone. My name's Emily Thompson. Before I start, if you could subscribe and give this video a like, it would mean the world to me. I'm 34 years old. I work at a mid-sized advertising agency on Cannon Street in London. I'm a senior copywriter. The salary's not bad, really. I've been putting money into my ISA regularly. Looking at my bank balance, I'd say I'm fairly stable financially. But oddly enough, everyone around me seems to think I'm rather unstable. Every time Mum rings, it's always the same thing straight off the bat. Emily, when are you settling down? You're not getting any younger, darling? At first, I just laugh it off. But hearing it every single week, it started getting under my skin. You know, I'd think about it before bed, on the tube to work, just going round and round in my head. Last week, I went to a uni reunion in Notting Hill. Out of 8 of us, 6 were already married. One friend's bought a place in the Cotswolds, another's got 2 kids already. The whole evening was just talk about school choices, mortgages, husbands. I was the only one going on about work and clients, and it felt a bit awkward, if I'm honest. I smiled through it all, but on the night bus back to Brixton, I caught my reflection in the window and my face looked so forced, so stiff. Am I doing something wrong with my life? That thought just kept going round in my head. And then something happened that completely changed everything. It all kicked off last February. I'd been given this massive project at work. We were pitching for the John Lewis Christmas campaign. James, our creative director, would call me into the meeting room every single day. Emily, this pitch could make or break our agency. We simply can't afford to lose this. He binned my copy 7 times. Working till 11 at night became normal. Even weekends, I'd be sat in some Shoreditch cafe staring at my laptop. In the Uber back to my flat, I'd still be checking Slack messages. Right up until I fell asleep, my phone would be pinging. At some point, I started feeling this tightness in my chest. Breathing became difficult. At night, I was working late again. Must have been about 2 in the morning. Suddenly, everything went fuzzy and I collapsed at my desk. A colleague rang 9999, and next thing I knew, I was lying on a bed in A&E at St. Thomas's. The NHS doctor looked at my chart and said, "You're experiencing severe burnout, Miss Thompson. If you carry on like this, your body will shut down completely." Hearing that, I just started crying. Don't know why, really. Lying there in that hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, I suddenly thought, what am I actually doing all this for? Getting married for a stable life? But I'm already plenty unstable as it is. The night I was discharged, I properly thought about it for the first time. What I actually want. And I made a decision. Hand in my notice and go backpacking across Europe. But turned out to be far more difficult than I'd imagined. Between my redundancy and savings, I had about 25 grand. Didn't plan anything, just booked a Eurostar ticket. First stop was Paris, somewhere I'd always wanted to go. Sat at this little cafe by the Seine, holding a café crème, watching the Eiffel Tower at sunset. Right then I thought, this is it. This is actually my life. No work emails pinging. No watching my back around James. Just waking up when I wanted and walking wherever I fancied. For the first time, I could breathe properly. When I finished the Highland Trek in Scotland, I cried. Left at 5 in the morning and spent 6 hours climbing Ben Nevis. Felt like I was standing above the clouds. Met this Dutch backpacker called Anna up there. She said to me, "You absolutely smashed it." We barely knew each other's surnames, but we just hugged and celebrated together. Then something odd started happening. Every time I opened Instagram, some uni friend would have posted baby photos, or a work colleague showing off an engagement ring. Mom would WhatsApp me things like, "Your cousin? Charlotte just got engaged. She's 2 years younger than you." Lying in a hostel bunk, staring at the ceiling, this voice in my head kept whispering, "Are you the only one just drifting about? Everyone else is settling down and you're falling behind." During the day, I was happy. But at night, this anxiety would just creep up on me. Then one day, home rang. It was Mum. That one phone call absolutely broke me. I was sat in Barcelona El Prat airport at the time. Had 3 hours till my next flight when Mum called. The moment I answered, something felt off. Her voice was shaking. "Emily, please come home now. Mum's begging you, darling." At first, I thought, here we go, marriage talk again. But it was different this time. She was crying. "You'll miss your chance for a proper life. All the decent men will be taken. You're breaking my heart watching you drift like this." My hands started trembling as she said that. Could hear her sobbing down the line. I went to a corner of the terminal and just crouched down. People walking past everywhere and tears were streaming down my face. She wasn't entirely wrong, was she? After traveling, what was I supposed to do when I got back? Would everyone really look at me funny when I'm 35? 36? Suddenly I was terrified. All the loneliness I'd been hiding behind this freedom just came flooding in. That night at the hostel, I met this British backpacker. Bloke called Oliver, 32. After hearing my story, he said quite calmly, "Emily, if you're happy, that's the answer, isn't it? No one else is gonna live your life for you." That one sentence just kept echoing in my head, so I picked up my rucksack and got back on my feet. But that wasn't the end of it. After a year backpacking around Europe, I came back to London. When I landed at Heathrow, Mum was there waiting. We didn't say anything, just held each other for ages. Rubbing her back, I thought, sorry, Mum, but I don't regret it. Even now, people still ask the same questions. So, are you dating anyone? Have you tried Hinge? At family gatherings, I can hear my aunts muttering, what on earth is she doing with her life? Before, that would have made my stomach drop. Now I can just smile and let it go. Because I know something. I've already lived the most brilliant moments of my life. These days, I'm freelancing at a small creative agency in Shoreditch. I earn less than before, that's true. But I'm not working till 11 at night anymore. And on weekends, I walk through Regent's Park with a flat white. Sometimes I do feel lonely. When I see friends' WhatsApp groups full of kid photos, I think, could I have had that life? But it's all right, because this is the life I chose. Not because someone told me to, but because it's what I genuinely wanted to live. Marriage or travel, there's no right answer in life, is there? What matters is having the courage to choose the life you want, not what everyone else thinks you should do. If it were you, which would you have chosen? If my story resonated with you at all, please do subscribe and like to support me. Thank you so much.